DanteWuzHere, and this is the special Valentine's Day show. And I got my lovely co-host, Jig.
Hey, what's going on in the world? The world is yours.
And we got a dope-ass R&B singer-songwriter extraordinaire, DanteWuzHere. He is here.
I'm here. I'm in the building. That's
He's live back, though. Yeah, so what's good with you?
Thank you for having me first and foremost. I appreciate that. Just got some new music dropping on February 19th. My new single, Heaven Help Us.
Yes.
I'm working on my EP called Paradiso.
Paradiso?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Paradiso is Dante's actual ascending into heaven. So right now for me and where my life is going, how I feel doing this body of work that I'm doing, I feel like I'm really living a good, enlightened life. I feel good. So it kind of parallels me in a lot of ways.
Oh, so you're a reading motherfucker, huh?
I am. I'm a nerd on the low.
All right, so you saying that you in a good space right now, but you had a dope career, like, and for a few years, not quite a minute. So let's talk about like your humble beginnings of you getting into the industry.
Okay, well, shoot. If you really want to go way, way back, I wrote my first song when I was 9 years old.
Wow.
I remember like it was yesterday. I made my cousin, shout out to my cousin, I made her sing this song. She didn't even know she could sing it. I was like, you go sing this song. It was something about sugar plums. I don't know why. I remember seeing Michael Jackson and Prince, and I was just like enamored by both of them. Yeah. So I was writing these adult ass songs for my little 5-year-old cousin to sing. But we would have these little talent shows, and my family was like, what is going on here? And my mom was, from that point, she was like, I knew you was going to do it. So then by the time because I grew up in Florida, but then my family moved to Atlanta. So by the time I got to Atlanta, I was a teenager, and Atlanta was a music mecca, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm meeting all these people. I ended up in a group with 2 other young men, and initially by Tboz from TLC, because she lived in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Stalked the phone book. I was really like, I'm gonna get into this industry some kind of way. I didn't know how to do it. I'm a country boy. I'm from a backwards town in Florida that nobody might not even know of, but that's my home. I love it there. But you know, I'm looking through the phone book. I saw her name in the phone book. They had the address, everything. I was like, nah, no way. So my job wasn't too far from there, and I walked past, creeping one day, and I saw her get out the car to get the mail.
It's funny how you said creep.
Because I was like, I was walking mad slow just to get by, because I was like, I need to see who lives here, because nobody was ever really there. She got out one day, and I saw her, and then maybe a couple of days later, I was just like, I worked up the nerve to go to her door and say, hey, I sing, I'm in a group, whatever. And she was like, sing something. So I sung like some Tevin Campbell song or something, I don't even remember. Then I ended up in a group, and
did she put you in the group, or you already?
Nah, my best friend, my cousin, we jumped, boom. We was ready. We was here, choreographed. We was hot stepping, like, yo, we got to make this happen. And then we ended up with Deborah Killings, and Deborah Killings is like a legend in Atlanta. Like, you know, if you look at any Outkast, Organized Noise, TLC, Monica.
Organized Noise. You don't really hear too many people talk about Organized Noise today.
They from my hood. They live a couple blocks from me. So I grew up seeing these dudes do it. So it made me feel like, hey, if they could do it, I could do it too then.
Yeah, and it inspired you. And they have some dope-ass tracks, Organized Noise, and especially
real
Outkast.
Instrumentation.
Yeah. Yeah, so who was like some of the first producers that worked on your earliest projects?
When I was in the group, it was Deborah Killings, and then what happened was I broke away from the group and I came to New York, and then
What happened? Y'all had like a bro fight, like somebody's girlfriend?
It wasn't even one of that. His girl, you know, said
who shoved the dick in her mouth? Who did it?
Man.
Who did it?
Couldn't she just place the dick in her mouth?
Who shoved the dick in her mouth?
A shove situation.
Nah, actually on some real, I was dealing with her friend, so. But she came to me.
Oh, so it was you?
Nah, not even. That's the misconception. That was what they thought happened.
Okay.
Cause she did come to me about some drama they had, but you know, I was with her friend.
Oh, you became the dick to ride on after the show?
Yeah,
yeah, god damn.
But she went back and lied to make him feel jealous or whatever. So he stepped to me and I clocked him real quick.
And y'all fought, and then that
was
it.
We fought. Like I picked up a fish bowl and hit him in the head with it.
Wow.
Like,
a fish bowl? What?
Because it was like when you know them little glass ones with the little fish.
See, these R&B niggas, they're aggressive. They're aggressive.
These Tory Lane niggas.
It don't be the rappers. It be these R&B
niggas.
niggas with the falsettos and shit.
They be sleeping. Because it's almost like you gotta be. Because everybody think because you sing that you ain't got no hands. I gotta sing a note, but I can punch you in your mouth too.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Those the ones that because they gotta hold it down because niggas try them because they think
they be trying the R&B thugs.
I'm just saying, I'm not a thug, but you know, I'm from the hood, so I grew up fighting. So
What part of Florida are you from?
I was born in Bradenton, Florida, which is right next to Sarasota, Tampa Bay area.
Okay.
And then my family moved to Atlanta when I was like maybe 11, 12. Yeah. And the industry was booming. I was like, man, this was the right move. Mm-hmm. Even to this day, my mom's like, I knew it was going to be you because I just...
And it's like you had the right mindset because this is before Google or anything like that. You was like, flipping through the yellow pages.
I really wanted this.
You had to really hit the pavement.
I wanted this. That's why, I stress it when people come to me like, yo, write something for me, do something with me. Like, if we going to work, let's work. Don't waste my time.
Yes.
I love I love this. Like, you know what I mean?
So what do you think about today's comment in the R&B world? Because especially during the 90s, R&B music did such an awesome job in making a standpoint in music, period, right? Then it changed and it went poppy and, it went in different directions and everything like that. So, and then now you have the younger generation actually being disrespectful because I'm an older chick, but I'm not that old, but I'm not that young either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I remember a time where, R&B, any people, even hip hop artists would always pay homage to the people before them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about like Jaquees, disrespecting Keith Sweat? Now, side note, you never heard from Jaquees since. Where the fuck are you? Ever since that Keith Sweat situation, what happened to the whole King R&B shit? That nigga went silent. I think his camp stopped fucking with him, if you ask me. Yeah, but what do you feel about, the up-and-coming R&B singers not paying homage or actually being blatantly disrespectful to the people who came before them?
Straight up to the face, too. Like,
I honestly, I feel like you just kind of really got to really think about shit before you say it. You just can't be loose-lipping like that. Like, you the king of R&B. Well, what happened to, before you, I would have went straight to Chris Brown.
Because Chris Brown is my man.
Like, no disrespect to Jaquees.
He had the whole 2000s.
The brother's talented, but I know me as a singer. I'm not even going to try to compare myself to anybody that came before me because I took inspiration from all of them.
Yes.
Because they did it before me. That's like, that's like your kids trying to raise you. Like, I already lived this life, so you can't teach me nothing.
And the thing about Jaquees that really pissed me off too, his first major show was in like November of 2018. How the fuck are you claiming to be the king of anything when you never even been on a BET award? He been on the BET Hip Hop Awards in November. That's the only show you did. Anything before that? And I had an argument on the Shade Room with some fucking young whippersnapper
about
Jaquees. Because I'm like,
I'm not even engaging in that.
I was like, that's the thing. I talk my shit. Yeah. So he was like, oh, are you kidding me? Because these young motherfuckers, they start off with the disrespect, like you dumb as fuck, or you stupid, and without elaborating on why. I'm so, okay, so why am I stupid?
With the norm.
So I'm like, what are you talking about? So they explained, I don't know what you're talking about because when I would, he performed in my high school. I'm like, see what I'm saying? This is dumb shit. Stay in your fucking place because the grown folks are talking, first of all. All right? Wow. Nobody's talking about high school talent shows and shit. We talk about major stage arenas.
Major stage.
You know what I'm saying? He only hit a major stage in November of 2018. Then you parading your ass around talking about you the king of R&B.
Staying on your
You didn't earn that. And then you out here disrespecting Keith Sweat. Like, who does that? Make it last?
But he know who to do it to. He went and did it to Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown would have duffed that nigga out.
He would have got stomped out. If it was Bobby Brown back in those days, what? He would have got stomped. If he would have did it in the Jodeci era, they would have probably stomped him. Like, come on.
KC, JoJo. Oh, yeah.
JoJo and KC was wild boys.
Jodeci. I forgot about Jodeci.
Yeah, what? See, I came in the game when in the middle of, it was the early 2000s at first. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had the Jodeci, I had the Drew Hill, I had, it was 112, it was the whole bad boy movement was still coming. So that's the music I was listening to. Plus, in my household. My dad with the Earth, Wind, and Fire, my mom with the Prince, my grandma with Mahalia Jackson, my grandfather listening to stuff like Dolly Parton and bluegrass and all this kind of stuff. So I'm hearing all this stuff, and I'm like, well, none of this stuff sounds the same, but all this shit fire. So it actually, if you listen to a lot of the songs that I've written for other artists and for myself, you can hear all of that stuff.
Yeah. Especially with this new single.
There's nothing you turn off. It's like, it's embedded. You know what I mean?
Especially with this new single. The thing I like about it so much is the tempo changes. Like 1 minute it's so, like, and then the next minute it's so rocky, and then it's smooth again, and then you got the falsetto, and then, like, what was the inspiration to that song? Like, oh, man. And who produced it? Give him a shout out. Because that's
shout out to Andreas Altman. He's actually from Germany.
Okay.
But he is like a musician. Like, he plays guitar, he plays the drums, he plays anything you throw in his hand. And I actually wrote that song 7 years ago. I wrote the melody for it, and if I played you the actual demo of it, it's just me singing stupid melodies. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna revisit this, because right now, just look at what's happening out there. Like, we getting gunned down for no reason. Trump, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not even gonna elaborate on him. We already know, just Trump. And then me working in the school system, I was actually a mentor for an organization called Wellness in the Schools. Okay. So I went to public schools around New York City, like working with kids in school, and I really saw how the education system really ain't really there.
It's not. You know how many times, I got 4 sons, you know how many times I had to fight the Board of Education and
it's
the
crazy though.
ACS and all that other shit. Because they think they fucking with a dumbass chick. I know my delivery may be ratchet, but I'm not.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And when they be coming up in there, and I got my peoples and I got my advocacy, because you know you got to keep that shit on point. They be looking shocked. Then when I get intellectual on them, they know not to run that fucking bullshit on me. I ain't the one for it. Man, so I totally get it.
I dealt with that on so many crazy levels. Like, you know, certain kids get different treatment if a kid look like me, but then the other kid over here got blonde hair and blue eyes. The language is different with the behavior. Oh, he's having a bad day. Oh, this kid is just terrible. And that, you don't do that to children. These are kids. You're supposed to be teaching them how to be a person. They didn't ask to come here.
No, you know what I think too? The fucking school system got super soft as well, because now they calling they fucking principals and teachers by their first name. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I be going to my kids' school. I be like, and they be trying to shit. I be like, it's Miss or Mister. I was like, if they call you by anything else, give me a fucking call. I know they're not gonna call me because they soft as shit. But I'm like, who the fuck? Had to been some soft ass kid that grew up and was mad at the fucking world and tried to change the game on that. Now there's no fucking respect, and I think that rolls over into life in general. That's why you got the Jaquees.
If you take,
that's why you got these motherfuckers out here thinking they can talk to you however. Like, who the fuck you talking to?
Because you're not in school.
Let me get my belt, because matter of fact, I'm Spanish. Let me get my chancleta. You're not fucking talking to me.
Throw that across the room.
And my aim is impeccable. You're not. We're not doing that. Nah. I still give out ass whippings.
So you throwing one chancleta and you hitting them with the other?
Yeah.
That's that Dominican chancleta. That like a boomerang.
I don't play. So you was talking about Germany and all of that, but you toured Japan. Is that correct?
I actually lived there for a little bit.
Right?
It's a whole different world over there. Like, going there changed my whole.
You ate crickets and all of that?
Nah, I don't.
I don't think that's Japan.
That's
everywhere.
I believe
they be eating fucking. You know how you get eggs? They be getting eggs halfway hatched. Like, the motherfuckers still be in there with a little bit of fur.
Well, I know they actually.
And they take
I never saw that.
I seen that shit.
Watching them eat the actual octopus and the shit still moving. That shit threw me off. But
real live calamari?
Not like they pour like something on it and the shit moves.
Soy sauce, okay?
No, it's not soy sauce.
They put soy sauce on the shit.
But you know what's crazy? The food over there is so different than what we got here. What we got here is made up by Americans. That food over there.
You've been over there to Bangkok and all that?
I've never been to Bangkok.
Good answer. Good answer, because I heard that is like crazy.
I haven't been there.
Word.
Where have I been? I've been to London, I've been to Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Japan, and then all over the Caribbean. That's like vacation shit. But Japan though itself, like one area you be in like 1400s. When the next area you in fucking 2035. Wow. It's like really like that. Like the place I was living in, you could like press a button in the kitchen to run your bath water.
Wow.
With the temperature and all that.
I need that.
And then the shit would bing, bing, and it'll say whatever it was saying in Japanese just to let you know your bath is ready. It was.
And that's just normal shit over
there. Yep, keyless entry. You had to just swipe the little thing to walk in the door. But most
people
don't.
Wait a minute, swipe what thing?
It's like a little metal thing, and you just swipe it on the door. You don't have keys. Not like a key. Well, I didn't have a key. You swipe the shit, and it was like. But most people didn't even lock their doors. I walked in some people's apartment like mad times because I'm not from here. They all look the same.
Yeah.
The doors and shit.
That's my story.
Walking in the door, like every door was the same, and my door didn't have a number on it. So I'm just trying to guess. I think it's this one, and I just walked into somebody's shit.
They really advanced with high tech and technology and shit like that. I need to pay a visit to Japan. Hopefully, I'm able to. I'm blessed enough to in my lifetime.
You will.
Yeah. So we always ask this question usually with rappers, but since you are R&B singer, ooh yeah, let's get to who is your top 5 dead or alive R&B singers. Now I know you already said Michael Jackson and Prince, but we got a Mount Rushmore hip hop, so I'm gonna make that a part of the Mount Rushmore of R&B. You can't say those two.
So currently.
So it could be any.
Yeah, any.
It could even be unsigned motherfuckers who nobody know about.
Shit, top 5. That's hard because. Vocally, Donnie Hathaway.
Yes.
Okay. I mean.
Yeah.
Need I say more? Just put some headphones on and throw it and just let it take you somewhere.
You think he was like an early case of like mental illness and stuff
absolutely.
like that?
Absolutely. Mental illness in the urban communities is taboo. You can't talk about that. Especially for black men, Latino men. You're not even really supposed to show feelings. Don't be soft.
I kind of do that with my sons when they be whining and shit. I'm like, don't you got a dick though? Like, what are you doing? Suck that shit up.
Mama, no.
I gotta stop that. I'm gonna try my best to stop that 2019.
Nah, keep it up. It's a cold world.
It is. I'm not saying be soft on them, but have a safe space for them. So if they're having struggles, to be able to come and talk to you about it.
No, that's the thing. I want them to talk to me. That whiny shit. That shit. Like it makes the hair stand up on my body. Like, stop it. Talk. Use your words. Like you talk regular.
You training them for the next female that they're going to have in their life.
And don't nobody want no whiny ass man.
No, I get that.
All right.
Absolutely. You do keep doing that. Yeah. I'm not saying. I'm talking about like when you're struggling. Like sometimes you may not feel you enough. You're not doing enough, and you ain't got nobody to talk to, and and you might want to cry about it because you're frustrated. Yeah. That is okay.
Okay.
Because if you're trying to hold it in, it ain't gonna do it but drive you crazy. You're bottling all that in. Yeah. And they go out into the world and they end up wanting to fight or steal or rob somebody. You gotta get that out, man.
Okay. So what number 2?
Oh man. Shit, this is hard, man, because then I'm gonna be mad I left somebody out. Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I don't want to keep going old school because I want to kind of give a little.
It's your flavor. Ain't no right or wrong.
Best vocalist. Deron from 112.
Yeah. Okay. I like Slim though.
But Deron, man,
you think
that
so?
Range, them runs. He writes all their music just about.
He do?
What? He writes like crazy. He wrote "I Should Have Cheated" for Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
Wow. He produced it too.
I love that first Keisha Cole album.
He got a lot of
drinks
out there. Yeah.
That's class. That's a new classic, so to speak. I love that album.
Yo, I like that video. Album. What's that video? I Want It to Be Over when she was in that brown dress with the
Kanye joint.
I like that. I don't love that Kanye West produced. That was
fire.
What?
She came out the gate ready.
Yeah. And it reminded me of Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm. It was a new version.
Yeah, it was like
kind of how 112 was a new version of Boyz II Men, and Jagged Edge or Drew Hill was the updated version of Josie. Yeah,
because I felt like when Keisha Cole came into the scene, it was R&B females was too poppy. Or they was like too soft, but it wasn't believable. Like you knew somebody when she came in, you felt the pain, like in her shit.
She was just being her.
Yeah, so it was good.
Yeah.
She reminded me the way it is reminded me of the My Life album from Mary.
Man, that album was crazy.
Mary, she got a Netflix series coming out.
She got a new boo though. You saw the African Zulu spin looking nigga?
Fuck that nigga. I ain't see
that.
I ain't see that nigga.
Mary got her groove back. She got her groove back.
She gonna be on Netflix in the series.
She got that Mandinka
February
warrior.
15th.
Mary is?
Yeah, she a part of a Netflix series on February 15th. Like 2 more days. Yeah.
That's why she looking all young and bright and shit in
I
her
know
recent
about
photos.
that,
I see you, auntie. Yes, get it.
I ain't know somebody snatched her up.
She snatched. That bitch looks snatched.
Happy Valentine's Day to her. All right, so you got 2, you got 3 more to go.
No, 2 more to go.
2 more?
Male, female?
It could be anybody.
Shit, man, this is so hard. I can't even think.
I mean, we could go to
Layla Hathaway.
Okay, cool. The daughter.
She can sing in harmony with just what by herself. Did you see that clip where she's singing?
I'm a fan. I like her, but you don't think she sounds too like nazy? Like,
she sounds like a father to me.
Okay. No shade.
But I'm talking about just vocal skill. But dang, this is so hard because I knew where I was gonna go with it. But you said the Mount Rushmore, so that's But to me, Stevie would be in the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he's. But Michael and Prince, they typical answers,
Chris Brown, I'm not gonna hold you. Chris Brown is a talented dude. Like,
yes, he really is. He had the whole 2000s on lock.
Yeah, he's like a better version
album
of
after
Michael
album.
Jackson.
Yeah, album after album. And then not only that, I just like his presence in hip hop, and then he pays homage to everybody.
Everything.
And then not only that, he got features. It's not a thing where he's competing. He had Usher on his album. He
does the R&B. He does it all.
And he could dance.
And he dances.
Because it's all about putting
on
the show.
Yeah, he's well-rounded.
You got to think about touring, performing. Like who want to be just watching anyway?
And he writes. I respect somebody that writes.
So he's the king of current, because everybody kept putting, well, it's the current, it's the now. I think he's the now. Because he's still putting out dope ass albums. Though I think he got one coming out now, or if it just came out or something like that. Yeah. So he's still rocking. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Ooh, next 5 years, definitely some Grammys under my belt.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about this year's Grammys?
It actually was very entertaining to me.
What do you think about the aftermath? Like everybody shitted on Cardi B. Let me just say this, all right? No, because my timelines, everybody was showing her love. Okay. I seen like a few little comments, but then she deleted. She did like some video rant and then deleted her whole shit.
They was going
Cardi B.
Well, what? She winning.
What I'm about to say, please, because I know you be so quick to be mad at a motherfucker saying something about you, but let that shit go. How you deleting whole accounts and shit because a handful of motherfuckers got something to say? You won, bitch.
Yeah, you
got Grammy, bitch.
Yeah, you won.
A best hip hop album. You mad because of a handful of motherfuckers sitting at their computer or their phone?
You ain't got no haters because you won a Grammy. You still didn't do something right.
Guess what? Even
like you was the bitch in school that was like, "What this bitch looking at?" Weren't you? You was that bitch, weren't you? Because you mad sensitive. Like fuck these hoes. Fuck them. You just won a Grammy, bitch. Bask in that glory.
Pour your Douce shot into your Grammy. Take your shot out of there and keep it fucking moving.
Why you even fucking just deleting shit, whatever? They cut fucking Drake off for saying something positive. Then you had a bomb ass show. Your outfits was fire. Like everything. You had a whole documentary. Vogue came and documented your whole process to get ready for the Grammys. Like, what the fuck? You mad because a bitch said something, or they try to still compare you, or felt like, oh, you didn't deserve it? Them little 500 motherfuckers that said you didn't deserve it, you had 5 million motherfuckers who was giving you claps, reposting old pictures of you in the strip club saying congratulations.
You had the Grammy committee stamp and approve you. They gave you a Grammy. Everybody doesn't get a Grammy.
They gave you the Grammy. Come on, man. I see both sides of it. I personally congratulate her. Nobody has grinded like she has in these past 2 years. Like, you gotta
even before that.
I mean, just in general, like just where she's at right now.
She came from a strip club.
She came from a strip club.
I from a strip club to a Grammy. You worry about
I admire that hustle.
You got a Pepsi commercial, bitch. Oh, girl. Like, what the fuck? You mad because the 5 motherfuckers said something? I'm mad at that. Like, you need to grow the fuck up. Like, really. Like, Don't let that shit. You gotta stop that.
Can't be too sensitive. People gonna say something about you, whether you Cardi with a Grammy or Cardi working at McDonald's. They gonna say the same.
And it's not just about. And I hate people be like, "Oh, it's this new day and age, bitch." We had tabloids back in our day. You think motherfuckers was slapped on the cover of tabloids and mad shit was talking about it? It wasn't random people. You had industry people talking about you and criticizing you. So relax, bitch. Relax. All right, relax.
You gotta relax.
You gotta relax.
Yeah.
All right.
She won.
Yeah. So moving forward, is there anything? Cause we're about to wrap up.
Okay.
Cause we have another dope ass interview, and I do want to get to your song.
Okay.
Yes. So, is there anything you would like to tell the up and coming R&B artists out there who really want to get in the industry?
Oh man, you just gotta show up and be where those people are at. Cause you ain't gonna get in if you ain't where they at. You really just gotta show up and just keep going and going and going. You're gonna get a lot of no's.
Can I put you on the spot though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, man.
Can I get a ooh yeah?
Ooh yeah.
Wait, can I? No, not that quick. Wait, relax. All right,
You said do it.
She said
I want
quick.
I know what I said. I know what I said because I said it.
Man.
But I want can you sing a little something for the lonely ladies out there with dry pussies? Let's go.
What you want me to sing?
Anything you want.
What about some Jagged Edge? Since
Do
it's Valentine's Day.
Yes, and I love Jagged Edge too. You should have said them motherfuckers too. They do.
No, I would definitely would have said that.
Okay.
Don't wanna make a scene. I really don't care if people stare at us. Sometimes I think I'm dreaming. I pinch myself just to see if I'm awake or not. Ooh, is it real what I feel? Could it be you and me till the end of time?
Ooh yeah!
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Every time I think about Valentine's Day, that song just pops in my mind. I have no idea why.
Yeah, that's a dope ass classic ass song too. Shout out to Jagged Edge and
Atlanta,
everything.
man. I love Atlanta, man.
They need an R&B concert.
They do. All of them, I'll go. I definitely will. I know tons of folks that'll go.
You know how motherfuckers be with the whole Jaquees thing? You think they should have had like a sing-off
right
battle?
After, yeah.
Like a ooh yeah battle? That would have been
for
fire. That would have been
fire. That would have
fire.
been super fire. I would pay.
Whoever could put that together, ooh yeah battle.
Oh, ooh yeah battle. Oh, we should do that. Live that ooh yeah. Don't take my shit. You heard it first.
You already said it. You already said it. You already said it.
And I think that'll really bring R&B at its full force back, because motherfuckers got shit to prove then when there's a competition, a friendly competition. You know, still sharp and still.
See who get the most panties thrown on the stage.
You know what I'm saying? And mine's going up there first. I put motherfuckers on their forehead. Don't play with me. Yes. So we're about to go. Can you and we're gonna get into your song. Can you please introduce your track?
All right, this song is called Heaven Help Us. You know, I'm trying to take y'all on a journey. Just listen. You know, I'm giving a message, but you could ride out to it too. Yes. So here we go, y'all.
Are we ready, Selecta?
Selecta, calm down.
We ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's get it. We be right back, y'all.
Right back.
What now? Where do we run? Raise up your hand, judge, you've died by the gun. How can we save our sons? We've searched for solutions, arriving at none. But they always say, you live in the land of the free, you are safe. I'm praying for their souls. Destruction's arising, no damage control. Heaven help us all. They're abusing the use of the system. Heaven help us all. What do we do if we lose all our children? What now? It's all insane. Commander-in-chief for a whore for the fame. Oh, how fuck can you say what's always been broken will be great again? But they claim that all that call him, he'll turn it around. They say just call when you're feeling bored. Go forward to the soul. Heaven help us all. They're abusing the use of the system. Heaven help us all. What do we do if we lose all our children?